Still can't believe you can live on a boat for $50,000? Good. Don't scroll, because here we show you the real Canal boats for sale right now and exactly what your money actually gets you. In this video, we walk through 6 genuine liveaboard Canal boats, break down their real prices, and show you the good, the bad, and the brochure-free truth. We'll also reveal the best place in Europe to see the most boats for sale and how you get the boat properly checked before you buy, and why chartering first might be the smartest decision you make. If you're serious about starting your cruising life now and want to avoid expensive mistakes, this could save you years and thousands. So kick off your shoes and come barefoot with us. Well, hi guys, we're here in France in a place called Saint-Jean-de-Lone. Now this is quite a nostalgic place for us because this is where we actually bought our Canal boat almost 10 years ago. So right here in this place we found a boat, we saw it, it was around Easter time and it was still cold and we were really excited to start our Canal adventure, weren't we?
We were. So behind us this is a huge basin of boats. Many of these are for sale and there are several companies that sell boats from here. From the perspective of choice and ease of viewing, this is probably one of the best places to be in France that I'm aware of, but also there are wonderful places in other countries as well. Like Holland has a lot of boats for sale, but we haven't had that experience, so we can't share that with you.
So I guess at this point...
Why are you poking me in the back?
Because I want you to stop talking. At this point, a lot of people like us were thinking, okay, we want to buy a Canal boat, but we're not sure what brand we like, or we're not sure the layout or things like that. So when you come to a place like this, it's really good because there's a huge choice of boats and you can go through and have a look one by one and start process of elimination. Or you can even do what we did, was like write a list of your preferences or your desires. We wanted a shower and a toilet and a little kitchen and a nice cabin.
Generator.
Yeah, so we wanted to be self-sufficient so we didn't have to pull into a port every time. Being somewhere like this enabled us to have a list of boats that was for sale at different price ranges. We established that we didn't want to pay over a certain amount, and then we just went by one, we went through the boats that had our wish list and the prices we wanted.
Yeah, you can also then get a much more realistic idea of what you can afford for your price bracket, because as you get older boats, they become cheaper, obviously, and as you get bigger boats, they become more expensive. Being able to see lots and lots of boats, you get a really good idea of where your money will go if you choose different types of boats.
Yes, I mean, there's boats that have got motors that are like 90 years old. So we had to decide whether we wanted a narrow boat, which gives you about kind of a width of about a metre and a half.
Narrow boat's right behind us.
A long, narrow boat, or we wanted something that was much more functional. And if we had the opportunity, say down south for instance, to go out into the sea a little bit, we needed something that could actually sail in salty water, not just the canal. It was very exciting going through these boats one by one and saying, okay, you know, yes, we like this one was too old. Oh, we might have to increase our budget a little bit more just to get something that little bit better, which we ended up doing. There was even boats here that are called shub, that had shubs in them. Now a shub is a shower and a tub at the same time. So you have actually like a tub that you can have a bath in. Because here water is in abundance. You just can pull up at any little village that has a pontoon and get water. So you don't even have to make water on board.
Canal boats, they're also big and heavy, so weight is not an issue.
Interestingly, some of them, if not a lot of them, don't have bathrooms. So they have a head, they have a toilet, but they don't have a shower. Because when you're cruising along the canal, there's plenty of places that you can pull off, go and have a shower in the little marina, so there's not the necessity for showers. We like to have a shower every day, so for us that was on our bucket list.
So let's go get a list of the boats that are for sale right now and give you some idea of what's available.
She said it's lovely. 90 euros. 90,000 euros, yeah. So this is a beautiful barge. I love the fact on the outside you can see they've got a protected steering station. Now often it rains in France, so this is really important to have. It looks beautiful. I want to hop inside, so get the keys, honey. It's nice. It's nice, isn't it? a bath and shower. Tick. Vanity. Yeah, the ceilings are quite low.
My head fits in some places.
Yeah. All right, so the important things are when you're on the canal, you either have excessive heat or excessive cold or rain. So when you have covered area, that's brilliant, but not in a covered area. You have to be able to have lots of ventilation, because if you don't have air conditioning, you are going to absolutely cook. So this is really great. All these windows drop down. So that's fantastic, so you'll have great ventilation. If we come down here into this space here, immediately it's cool because you've got some insulation. Obviously, this is an okay size for me because I'll be spending most of my time in the galley. And I'm really tall. But the guys that were just on board here, he won't be doing the washing up because he has to stand like this. So it's really important to look at head height and headroom. You got a pot belly stove or something like that, which in winter time, if you're going to live aboard, even if you're going to try and push it out towards the end of the season or beginning of the season, you're going to need something like that because it gets really cold. Then you get to a single cabin. Now the one we had before only had a single cabin, but it did have the potential of dropping down beds and things like that to accommodate 6 people. So that's what I like, because we always get visitors or family on board, so we don't want to be limited to just one cabin and that's all you've got. So they're wanting about 90,000 euros for this boat, so that gives you some idea of the price bracket boat that you're able to live on. Okay guys, so we are at the boat. Oh, doesn't it feel so much cooler inside? It's really, oh, this is lovely.
Wow, this has got a lot of space, hasn't it?
Great head height, which is great because you're out of the weather. You can still see quite well, even though it'd be good to have a spotter at the front always anyway. Lovely big spacious galley. And microwave, it's got all the mod cons. Rebecca. But look, good ventilation, good height. Oh, a tub, are you kidding me?
That makes honey happy.
Oh, what? Oh, look at this. Oh, okay,
Hang on.
I'm excited. Double bunks here, 2 single bunks, and your own ensuite. Oh, nice cabin. Yeah, nice cabin. They've got a fan, so maybe they don't have air conditioning, but those big windows will pop out, those will pop out, so you get some cross ventilation, heaps of ceiling room.
They have ducted air conditioning.
Ducted air conditioning. Nice.
Climate control. And this lounge, 3 or 4 seater lounge, facing the TV.
I mean, it's lovely. Do we know the price of this?
Not at the moment, we must look at the label.
Again, this is a lovely area where they probably eat a lot of their meals. They'd probably pull up these things to get cross-flow ventilation, but still shade. It's a lovely boat. Weber, gas. What have they got, like suitcases or extra storage up top?
And there you have it. Obviously, whoa, no protection from falling out over the front, but good stainless bollards and nice stanchions on the walkways. So this is a fiberglass boat that is designed like a barge, but it is used in the charter businesses, and they've got all these good rubber flanges for bumping into locks for inexperienced sailors. So these are usually well designed. We can't go into this one at the moment, but this is 11 meters long, 3.1 meters wide, and will have lots of space inside because it's a charter boat. Easy to repair because it's fiberglass. So that's the steering station.
And here is the internal layout of the panichette, with 2 doubles and a single, and the ability to have an extra 2 people sleeping in the dining room area. Because these boats are designed for the charter industry, they are very tough with good interior layouts.
49,000 euros, built in 1993, and this...
So this is just like the canal boat we had, a Pedro. And as you can see, it's shaped slightly to accommodate rivers and things like that better. But you definitely need these big fenders, because when you go into locks, we spent a lot of time trying to keep the rails from scratching the side of the locks. So it was a bit of hard work. I mean, when you got these fenders here, it makes it a lot easier. But it was a really great boat. And they've got the bimini over top too, which is an absolute must to get you out of the sun. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay, so this is very similar to our Pedro that we had. You've got a great space here that this converts into a table, so it sleeps another couple of people. So that goes down, your mattress is over top. Steering station from the inside, as well as a steering station from the outside, which is what we really liked. The disadvantages of the Pedro, it doesn't have as much ventilation as we would have liked. These two doors slide back, but as you can see, there's big windows here that would have been lovely just to be able to crack open. You can pop this particular one open in the middle, but not these other two here.
So this is pretty standard orientation of the steering station. They've got a bow thruster, which again is really nice.
So going down, we have this little area here, which will also convert into another bed. So you've got the ability to sleep 6 people, which is awesome. You got your galley, you got your fridge, you got your gas cooker. This space here, you can fit kids or people or whatever. It's a very easy, livable kind of boat. So let's go down to the master cabin. There should be a toilet and a bathroom here, like a head anyway. Okay, so we've got the master cabin here. Just slightly different configuration to ours. And this is the toilet and shower. Again, slightly different to ours.
Shower drains into the space there with the toilet just behind, and obviously a shower curtain to keep your toilet paper dry. Cabin.
Owner's cabin.
Quite difficult to get in there, but still a nice big spacious double bed. Okay, so this is up top. Obviously the bimini will fold up and over, and you'll be in shade. The steering wheel is there, engine controls there as well, and obviously from up here you've got good view of your bows and your stern for anchoring and reversing into marinas. We did use this space on top of the boat a lot of the time, because in the evenings we'd come and sit up here and have our dinner and our drinks, so this is a very valuable space. Obviously in the heat of the summer, the bimini is absolutely essential.
And here the windscreen actually falls flat down, because there's some bridges that this won't fit under, and we were really happy with it, weren't we? Yeah. So this is what 49,000 euros will get you in France right now.
Almost 15 meters long, almost 4 meters wide, 85,000, built in 2006.
Plenty of room for electric bikes. This kind of feels more like a houseboat because it's flat. It feels like a house. Air conditioner, double cabin.
Shower, toilet.
Very livable. Don't even feel like you're on a boat.
No, you don't.
I feel like I'm going through an apartment somewhere. This is your main saloon area. Your table, your galley, stand-up fridge, domestic fridge. Because on these boats, weights don't seem to matter. You know, they're heavy. They can be, 30 ton or more. So we're calling this a front cockpit.
Okay, so stepping out the front of the boat, you get right up to the bow. So look at that nice padded front edge and metal edges like any barge, straight edges, but you see how thin it is here. Very narrow edges. You have to teeter your way along there if you're going to use it, which is why I think when people go from the back of the boat to the front of the boat to do ropes, they go through the middle. Yeah, interesting design. This would fold out into a double bed too.
So it's a 2-bedroom.
12.8 metres, 3.3 metres wide, 1980. 35,000.
Okay guys, we got a boat here that is 35,000 euros, which means that you could start cruising the canals for $35,000 right here with something like this. This solid girl would be enough to set you up, at least for your first boat cruising the canals.
again, good visibility.
Okay, well down here straight away you come to the saloon area and the steering station.
You can see this is an older boat, so it's just looking a bit more aged.
Down the steps we have the galley. It's a fixed table. It's dated for sure, but a lot of the stuff is cosmetic that you can just, zhuzhub yourself and make it look more current, I guess. Oh, it's a V-berth in here because you always need tools. Okay. Captain's cabin.
Da-dum, da-dum.
So in here we have a double bed, which you would expect to find in the captain's cabin. And we obviously have some sort of single loungy type bed as well. Cabinetry is very dated as well, and you've got sort of exposed cords and things like that. So, but you get what you pay for. But in saying that, this will get you out on the water, which is one of the big things that we're trying to encourage people. Doesn't matter what sort of boat it is, if it's a monohull, a catamaran, a canal boat, whatever, get out on the water with what you can afford.
And also, I would like to mention that there are boats out on the water that are over 100 years old. So when you buy an older boat, you get it surveyed, you have the hull, the steel checked to make sure that it's not rusty and it's got the full thickness of steel, hasn't worn away over the years. They will last for many decades if they are protected and treated properly. So just because it's old doesn't mean to say it's rubbish. And yeah, we have seen many boats built in 1902, 1905, 1910, and they are all fine, over 110 years old.
Yeah.
So
it's very trippy.
The survey will give you the answers, and you get a survey done by an independent surveyor, not the people selling the boat, as in not the agency selling the boat. So that's a very important thing I would recommend. They have the potential to take advantage of you because they have a vested interest in doing work that's not necessary on the boat.
It's just sensible precautions, that's what it is. Independent agent is always better. And here is the toilet.
Very exciting, but it works.
Looks
and what's
like,
this inside? Here's the shower.
And I'd say inside the shower, which is better than no shower at all. But it's a nifty buy for 35,000 euros. Very narrow side decks. On a lot of boats, the side decks are very narrow and you often have to shuffle sideways. And often you can't do shoulder room if you're walking forward, so you're better off shuffling sideways. But they are narrow.
And here are a couple of other boats on the market right now. A Pedro 36 for 50,000 euros and a very cheap 18,000 euro boat called a Calypso Cruiser. Obviously there will be a reason that boat is cheaper than the others. But hopefully looking at these 5 or 6 boats will have given you a good idea of the sort of boats that are available. Starting from the bottom end of those boats, we had the 35,000 euro steel riverboat, then a few at 50,000, one at 85 and one at 90,000. Obviously you can see why the blue barge costs so much more, given that it is much younger and it is in really good condition. Remember, there will always be negotiating power when you are buying, so the prices advertised are not the prices these boats are sold for, and we have been using euros and dollars pretty much interchangeably because nothing is fixed. So everyone, we hope you've enjoyed this episode, and hopefully this has given you inspiration to look further afield at boats that you might be able to live aboard.
So as always, thank you to our wonderful Patreons that help support our charity Tough Minds that are helping people and saving lives from suicide every single day.
So subscribe, like and comment.
Share it with those friends, especially the ones that say, one day when I can afford it, because truthfully, they probably already can. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye from us.
All the best, guys.